Our Innovation Summit 2018 coverage is proudly powered by Amazon Prime. Learn about all the included benefits and get a 30-day free trial by going to PLuGHiTz.live.com/prime and by audiobooks.com. Get a 30-day trial and a free audiobook to keep by going to audiobooks.com and using promo code TRY70. Another thing that I love, and this is a story that I was telling one of our friends from USF a little while ago. A number of years ago, and for several years in a row, we used to do on F5 Live, as Christmas came, we'd each say the tech thing that we were most excited to get. And for, I think, 3 years in a row, my thing was I wanted this game that we had read about at one point where you actually played the game with your mind. There was a thing you put on, and you played the game with your mind. And eventually, our CFO at the time actually bought it for me for Christmas so that I'd stop saying it and I'd have to come up with something new. And it was one of the coolest things that I've gotten to interact with. And our next guest is here, who has taken that concept to the next level. Go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Hello, my name is Dr. Marvin Andujar. I'm a assistant professor in the Computer Science Engineering Department at University of South Florida.
Okay,
and
so local.
And you are holding in your hand a drone.
Yes, so this is one of the DJI Spark drones. So we, in my lab called Neuro-Machine Interaction Lab in the Computer Science Department, we work with these drones.
Okay.
And also use these devices, also known as a brain-computer interface device. And we use these devices to be able to control drones with the brain. So we pretty much race drones. So we have something called Brain Drone Race, which we'll be hosting in October of this year at USF.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
October this year at USF.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to be there.
We're going to stay in contact because I've got to be there for that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. I love that this technology has gone from having to put everything in your power to be able to get a thing to tilt a little bit to move a ball around, which was the extent of the thing that I was looking at. But at the time, it was unbelievably cool, right? You're like, how is that even a
possible
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is...
Yeah, so pretty much the goal here is, if you think about brain drone racing, is we consider it the universal sport, right? So if somebody's in a wheelchair or missing one arm or both legs, and they can compete at the same level because all you need is your brain.
Okay.
Right? So it's just imagine the movement, and then the drone will move.
So how does this work? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so going pretty much back, before you start racing, you need to create a profile, right? So we need to train the device in terms of what's your brain patterns when you're thinking specific thought. So first you do some meditation for a couple of minutes just to see what's your brain in neutral state. And then we ask you to think of a specific thought, let's say of pushing a chair forward or just walking or closing and opening your left hand. So we save your brain patterns for that in the profile because each brain pattern for each specific person is different, right? So that's why we need to use your profile for that. Then we just decode that information and send it to the drone through some software that we create. And the drone pretty much understands like, okay, the person wants me to move forward, so I just keep flying forward. So that's why we created the concept of brain drone racing. It can be a good also practice to train your attention, especially those who have ADHD. We also have the e-sport version of it, which is a simulator drone. So you're able to fly the simulator drone also in your computer.
Okay.
So we can fly drones everywhere, really.
Okay.
And so there are different ways that we actually can approach it as well.
And how does that device know what your goal is?
Yes, so all it does is read your electrical signal from the brain. So we take that raw data and we run some algorithms to be able to decode it, right? So be able to break your electrical signals in specific frequencies. So if you're in alpha frequency, that means that you're relaxed. So if you're in beta, you're in alert mode. Or if you're theta, it means that you're drowsy or almost falling asleep. So we use those kind of frequencies to be able to decode it to a specific thought that you're thinking about. So we call it imaginary movement. In science, more motor imagery. So we use that information, all that data, we decode it through some algorithms, and then send it to the drones.
I watched a show recently
Okay.
in which there was a person who may have been in a coma or may not was not physically responsive, but they needed to get some answers from them, and they said they had an MRI, and they said think of pushing a chair or pushing a car, and then think of what was the other one? Singing a song. And it was a specific song, doesn't matter which one. And so it lights up different parts of the brain, and that was yes or no. That was how they that was how they were able to get a yes or no answer out of somebody who was physically unresponsive.
That's like an episode out of Black Mirror.
Yes, yeah. I watched the show as well. This actually the stuff I'm already working on, just more advanced in the science fiction. But yes, so in terms of drones, we're thinking more of racing it with brains, because we really want to provide a sport where everybody can compete, right? So in terms of the brain-computer interface part itself, so there's specific areas of the brain that we had to use, right, for movement. So we call it the motor cortex, which is in the middle of your brain. So we place the device closest to it. And so pretty much when you move your hand this way, and if you imagine just moving your hand without moving it, it's the same brain activity that you're sending. So the same brain patterns. So that's why imagining the movement is be able to actually move anything. So you even unlock the door. So if you code the door, so be able to actually open the door with your brain, or if you're in a smart home, you can have the lights changing colors based on how you feel. So if you feel upset or sad, you want a color that makes you feel better.
So a real life mood ring.
Yes,
that actually works.
Yeah,
that actually works.
Yeah, yeah. So pretty much these kind of devices allow you to do many other things like that.
So if you programmed a thing to happen when you think about pushing your hands forward, you could simulate the force.
Yeah. So actually, Lucasfilm contacted us that they wanted to use one of our videos for one of their episodes. So that, yeah, sure. Can we be in the movie as well? I didn't get a response for that. But Lucasfilm also saw the videos like, yeah, this definitely seems like the force, really, right? So it's moving objects with your brain, in this case drones. So yes, you can consider that as the force, the next Yoda.
But without midichlorians.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather not have bacteria in my blood. I think I'd rather have.
Let's just say Jedi.
Computer.
Yeah.
So I have a question based on the process of getting the. You said the personal account.
Training, the profile, yes.
Yes, the personal profile. Does that go through you guys, or is there a program that is user friendly for someone to be able to do that, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we use a program from the company Motive. So we're establishing a collaboration with them. So we have been using their devices for quite some time. So it's very user friendly. It pretty much allows you to create a profile on your own. And pretty much do the training right there, and say that the brainwave will be saved in the program, right? And then what we do is we create another program that allows us to send that brainwave that was stored in that program to the drone.
Okay.
So it's pretty much, so anybody can pretty much buy it and use it.
And that just works on any computer?
It works on any computer.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. I'm just mind blown, honestly.
So is this piece of hardware that you're holding in your hand right now from them?
No, this is another one, the Muse. I've been wearing it all day. So the other ones, I don't have it with me because there are people trying simulations at our table.
Okay.
So that's why I left it over there.
Oh, okay.
So we have implemented that emotive device with our simulation. So there were like two people waiting. I'm not taking any of these devices.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So this is, so far it sounds like the things that you've brought with you are things that are already on the market.
Yep.
And you have gone and built a sport based on a technology in the middle that converts what, in this case, what Muse has done, the information that Muse gives you, into controls for the DJI.
Yes. So
awesome.
So pretty much with this kind of drones, any drone or any BCI device, to be able to control, to race drones. So we created the Brandon Race, which is a sport, and we also created a league recently. So there are 4 countries that are interested to join, which is Japan, Germany, Brazil, and the UK. And there's also at least the starting universities for the league will be in 2019. Will be University of South Florida, University of Florida, and University of Alabama will be competing in 2019. So it's the first Brandon Race League. Actually, was started here in Tampa. So there's a lot of
That's
new
awesome.
things coming up.
Wow.
Okay. I want one of those.
Yeah.
That is going to be my next.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
boy, do I have some ideas.
there's some an app you can download in the phone, so you can track your meditation performance. So if you're into meditating or want to start meditating, you can track your meditation with this as well and get some sort of score. Tells you this is my meditation performance and things like that.
I might have to check that out.
That must be how the thing at CES worked, is with this technology. The one when you first walked in to Showstoppers.
Yes.
Oh, I understand now. I've been
Probably.
trying to figure that out for months. That makes sense.
So the foundation for the racing is already there,
Yep.
right? And your first racing is going to start in 2019, you said?
So the first race actually happened in 2016.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was showcased in more than 450 media outlets, including New York Times, and we did a documentary with Discovery Channel and things like that. So the next race will be a USF here in Tampa now in 2018, October. Now the league race, which hasn't happened yet, it will be in 2019
Okay.
because we'll take winners from University of Florida, winners from University of South Florida, and the winner from University of Alabama, and they're going to represent each school and pretty much go and compete. Possibly University of Tokyo as well. They're interested to join. So it's going worldwide. So that will be happening in 2019.
And how did you spread the word about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so really, we didn't know it was going to be this big, to be honest. So what really happened, Associated Press, they got pretty much, they were like VIPs to the media in 2016. And, when they write an article, then others pick that article and
Yeah.
things like that. So then Discovery Channel said, hey, we'd like to do a documentary with you guys. That's how we did it. So we had a lot of media attention, which I'll be talking about in my breakout session today at 5:40, about all those numbers and more about the league itself. And now we're trying to partner with more media here in Tampa, one for the race in October and for the league race happening in 2019. So that's how we're advertising it.
I'm super
We're
excited.
already in.
Yeah, I'm there. I'll be there.
Yeah, so I always tell people, because I always get people that, well, I don't really believe in this technology. So I even got that from Associated Press, like a couple of days before the race, like, really, we don't trust this. And like, well, the best I can tell you is come to our research lab, try it yourself.
Yeah, let us show you.
Yeah, let us show you. I mean, then you're able to say, okay, this is real. Yeah, right? So that's how we do actually see.
Well, I worked in electronics retail for a while.
Okay.
And it was Radio Shack. They don't exist anymore, so it doesn't matter. And, are you interested in a cell phone today? Well, I don't believe in cell phones.
They exist.
Here's one.
Yeah, it's right there.
That was my favorite thing to do.
Yeah,
No, it's real. It's right here.
Yeah.
They exist.
it's right here. Yeah.
I don't believe in that technology.
I can
Yeah.
show you.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, so it's
I love
because-
that response.
Yeah. Especially when they try it, like, oh, okay, wait. So it's still, even some of them still processing it, that it's actually real.
Uh-huh.
Some others really like, okay, I really want to keep trying this. So yeah. So-
I know what I'm doing when we get off air.
Uh-huh.
I'm going over there and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna put the thing on. I'm gonna do the
yeah,
stuff.
and race a drum
We
with your
might
brain.
be on Periscope later doing that.
That sounds like a
Possibly.
great idea.
Yes, you're not
Yeah.
going there by yourself. I can tell you that right now.
Oh,
Okay.
somebody has to stay with the studio. Oh,
I guess it's one of
Aw.
y'all, 'cause I'm going to go.
Just bring the whole
drone.
studio to us, and that's fine.
we'll do it in two teams.
I'll go twice.
I'll get Ryder.
Oh,
my
no.
goodness. So, if people want more information about October or
Yeah.
2019 or just about the
And
technology,
getting involved.
how
Yeah.
can they do that?
Oh, well, one, they can email me, Andujar, Andujar 1 at usf.edu. They can also go to my website, marvinandujar.com. We also have a league website, brandonracingleague.com. We also have a Facebook page and the Instagram page and a Twitter of my lab, so which is Neuro-Machine Interaction, University of South Florida. So there's a lot of information out there. So we're pretty visible. So even if you contact me or my PhD students or just through Instagram or Facebook, we always respond.
I'm following.
Yeah, for
I'm there.
sure. I am so excited about this.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm excited too.
Very innovative.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's pretty much changing the landscape of things. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I want one of that. I'm going to be researching it when
Yeah.
I get off the air today.
Definitely.
Who's the manufacturer on
So
that?
this one is Interaction.
Muse.
It's the Muse. So you
Okay.
can actually get it from Amazon.
Okay,
Browser's already open.
excellent.
We'll be putting out a link on our website.
Sounds good.
And the technology you're pairing with Motive, correct?
With the Motive, yes. We're partnering with them. So we talked to them today, actually. Told them, hey, we have been using your stuff for quite some time. The races are coming up. They're like, yeah, definitely. So let's partner up for
Great.
future races. So definitely we're
Great.
going to be using the Motive again for the next race in
Cool.
October. And I already talked to the countries. This is what we're going to be doing, and they're excited.
I'm excited.
I've got some ideas that
Yeah.
you and I are going to be talking about later.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming and taking the time to talk to us and to bring this awesome
Yeah,
thing to us.
thank you for having me here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
And have a good rest of your day.
You too.